Greetings and salutations, good friends, and welcome to Blades in Paradise. My name is Dr. Winston Thoreau, and I will be your guide to the perils and pleasures of our paradise amidst the post-apocalyptic Pacific Northwest. Now, we'll get to the chicanery and shenanigans momentarily, but before we do, allow me to deliver some news. Blades in Paradise is an actual play podcast run in John Harper's Blades in the Dark. We are proud to have been selected for the Evil Hat Games Creator Program. Bard Rock Network is sponsored by Dragon Master Games. Visit DragonMasterGames.com for all your CCG, TCG, TTRPG, and miniature game needs. If you enjoy the stories we tell, you can tip us on Ko-fi or visit us at patreon.com/bardrockcafe. By sponsoring the network, you not only help us provide an ever-expanding library of shows, but gain access to bonus content, the network Discord, exclusive booster game nights, and roles on our booster bonus table. Now, without further delay, allow me to introduce you to my cohorts Lizzie, Sterling, and Max, the crew of ESPN. Enjoy.
Blades in Paradise is a dystopian story intended for adults. These stories intentionally address challenging topics that might not be suitable for all ears. This campaign includes content warnings for gun violence, child endangerment, animal cruelty, unintentional misgendering of a non-binary person, substance use, and graphic descriptions of injuries, including the eyes. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome back to Blades in Paradise, where we have somehow gone from electricity being so scarce that taking elevators is expensive, to there being entire airships the size of medium-sized buildings run on the same electricity. Where the challenge scaling is of a JRPG proportions, going from, man, that's a lot of stairs, to, this race will decide the fate of 10,000 people's immortal souls. And humanity's only chance for survival is a trio of disgraced postal workers. I'm Paul, the Master of Ceremonies, i.e. the Blades Daddy for our first campaign. And tonight, I am joined by the Racing Random Rascals of ESPN. As always, we're going to go around the table and have everyone introduce themselves, their characters, pronouns for both, and a fun fact about their character.
I ain't disgraced. I'm winning this race. And you know why? Because I'm the only wiener around. That's right, everyone. It's Dr. Winston Thoreau. Hi, everyone. My name's Jim, and I play Dr. Winston Thoreau. Pronouns for both are he and him. And a fun fact about Dr. Winston Thoreau is, you may wonder why, with JCPenney being such a gregarious and kind soul, Winston didn't take very kindly to him. The simple fact is, Winston showed up for his sessions with the board, and Penny, much like the Famous family, seemed to only be interested in Winston for his powers at first, and so, being an individual who had never been in a position where someone was just genuinely interested in him for himself, he reacted out of shock and surprise. Also, Penny kept calling him Wilson for the first, 5 weeks he was there, and it was very annoying, but, that whole thing after you didn't correct someone the first time, and then it's awkward to correct them later on after the fact, he just never got around to doing it until eventually Penny heard someone else call him Winston, and then it was the whole thing.
Well, you know what it is he had a friend named Winston he was stranded on a beach with for 3 years, and just really stuck, so when he saw someone with a similar name.
Boy, was his face red. Like the handprint on the volley. Okay.
I got it.
You know, explaining the joke makes the joke funnier. I'm a staunch believer in that. I know I've said it on this podcast many a time. Explaining the joke makes it funnier.
I gotta hand it to you. I think in this case it did.
Hello. My name's Justin. I will be playing the scrappy and brash Sterling. Oh wait, no. I'll be playing the fancy pants Winston. No, not that one. Sorry, I'm on some cold meds right now, so I can't really remember. Oh, that's right, I'm Max. Hi. So, for this particular adventure we're about to go on to, I decided that I would look into some hot dog history. So this is not so much about Max, but about hot dog history. Did you guys know that in, I think it was in the 1960s, 1967, there was a hot dog company called Armour Hot Dogs, and they had a jingle, and this may trigger a few people, I'm sorry in advance, but I thought it was interesting how far we've come. It says, the jingle was, what kind of kids eat Armour hot dogs? Fat kids, skinny kids, kids who climb on rocks, tough kids, sissy kids, even kids with chicken pox, love hot dogs, armor hot dogs. The dog kids love to bite.
I can see why you warned us.
Yeah,
I found like 3 reasons to be warned.
at least. It's like, wow.
I take solace in knowing they are no longer around.
Yes, armor hot dog. They weren't as armored as they thought.
Hi, I'm Riley. I thought I was playing Winston tonight, but I guess we're sticking with our usual character sheets. So I'm Sterling the Brash and Scrappy Scoundrel, they for both of us. I didn't want to leave any loose ends, so I thought I'd let folks know what number Sterling was going to try on the combination lock.
69.
You might think that. You have to start with 0451, of course. If that didn't work, 24601. And then when that didn't work, 323-555-6439, thereby covering all the different kinds of nerd that Sterling is.
You forgot 8675309.
I prefer 80085 myself.
I hate to break it to you, but Granny Smith set that lock code. It's definitely just 12345.
No one would ever guess it.
Anyway, today's GM fact. First, I'm going to share 2 real-world facts for you guys, in addition to my GM fact.
Ooh.
The first one is, I want the audience to know, we are recording this the day before Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest in real life.
True.
And second of all, around the time we started recording this arc, the Indy 500, for the first time ever, had a race between all 5 nationwide Oscar Mayer wienermobiles in America, which I thought was pretty cool and relevant to the show, obviously. But I do owe you a world fact. And today's world fact is Lander Corporation, as you may have learned last time, has the ability to terraform the landscape and could turn the wasteland into prosperous land if it wanted to. It's just choosing not to.
Sounds right.
That's why you're going to drive through 4 distinct biomes, somehow all jammed in the state of Washington.
That's exactly like how the Paw Patrol works out, is that there will be like a dinosaur land right next to the Arctic, which is actually right next to a desert, and they actually have a racing episode where they drive through each of them, and it's very jarring to see just how distinct and unique those particular boundaries are, because it's literally like it is a cartoon, but it's when they go from one to the next, there's no transition whatsoever.
Like Pokemon.
Wait. Paul,
Yes?
are all of our adventures actually based in the world of Paw Patrol?
I mean, I haven't said they're not. I mean, you guys do have, at your disposal, at least one surprisingly sapient dog. It's like, what did we name that puppy last time? I forgot.
Silver?
Silver. I narrow my eyes at Silver. You're not a cop, are you? Because we do crimes.
He takes a bite out of crime.
No, Silver is not one of the emergency rescue animals. Actually, I think there might be a postal worker Paw Patroller, so this kind of works out.
There actually is not a postal worker included in them. It is there's a construction dog, there is a recycling dog, a water dog, a fire dog, a cop dog, and an airplane dog.
Okay, if there's a fire dog, there must also be water, earth, air, and heart dogs.
Poison, steel.
Oh, I was just going to go with the fact they can summon Doggy Captain Planet, but yeah.
The fire dog has weaknesses to the water dog and the rock dog, yes.
But now, is it pure fire, or is it fire rock, or is it fire dark? Those are the most common dog Pokemon that are fire types.
Paw Patrolamon.
So for the folks at home, this is the segment of the show where I make a comment and I just let everybody talk for about 15 minutes.
Yes, just mark that off on your bingo board, which we are developing a bingo game for listening to this podcast that hopefully I'll finish someday.
It's going to be a huge board.
No, because you have to realize you only need 75 common things to be able to play a game of bingo. Maybe. Anyway, last time, you all attended the famous 500 pre-race gala, where Sterling, Max, and Swift Taylor snuck around the ship to achieve several of your score objectives, while Winston created a distraction fighting with the famous family. You successfully recovered the remote to Mercy's grandmother's pacemaker and the famous Amos Soul bottle, along with the schematic of the race course and a digital copy of the contract for the race. After JCPenney got the family to lay off Winston, everyone reunited and learned 2 things. The The soul in the bottle had been replaced with what appears to be a shaving of Dijonais French's soul. And the contract for the race is a soul contract, where all the members of each Wastelander faction would forfeit their immortal souls to the famous family if they lost the race, failed to finish the race, or just outright refused to race at all. Our story concluded with everyone getting some rest in anticipation of the race first thing in the morning, and that is going to be where we resume our tale. Before we jump right into the race, is there any preparations you all wish to make prior? You do have a small portion of the evening before and a small portion of the morning before.
I would like to use my special ability, Strange Methods, to go ahead and craft a creation with arcane features. It's when you invent or craft a creation with arcane features, take +1 result level to your roll. You begin with one arcane design already known.
Alright, what are you crafting?
I would like to go ahead and craft an item that will allow me to siphon energy from an object, a place, or a thing, and trap it in a soul bottle, like a modified version of those vacuums that Luigi and the gang were using to trap those ghosts.
All right, perfect. You decided to compress it with Luigi's help. You created a thermos. It somehow functions like a little ghost dustbuster.
The dustbuster was exactly what I was hoping for.
Well, a dustbuster is what I thought of, and I'm like, no. Danny Phantom has a thermos. Let's go with the thermos.
Hey, are we all living in the Denny Phantom universe?
Definitely not, because I don't want to give Butch Hartman that kind of power.
Or Tensei, for that matter.
Oh, God.
Now, we're on the same page about Hartman, though. So. You can have your choice of a dustbuster or a thermos.
I'll go with a dustbuster, just like a little handheld vacuum cleaner that will allow me to siphon energy from a machine or capture a ghost if I need to.
All right.
A large reverse version of what they used in Star Trek for their guns.
Yes. I feel like I should make you roll, Tinker.
Yeah, I take +1 to the result level. That is a 5.
Yeah, with a 5, I would say that's probably why you have a miniature version, because you tried building the big, heavy-duty version, and you're like, no, too cumbersome, and you got it. It can only, I will say you have one bottle at a time you can bottle with, because you don't have, the capacity for a bajillion bottles.
Perfect.
Okay, does anyone have anything else they wish to do before we just jump cut to the race?
I would like to send Mercy a very sneaky note.
All right. How are you being sneaky about this note? Do you have, I'm going to ask if you have a sneaky courier, but you literally have Max. You also have a puppy friend and rats, so you have many options for how to sneakily deliver this note.
I have an idea. Could I do a flashback 2 years ago?
Sure.
Mercy introduced Sterling to Pigpen code, and they both learned it and are very familiar with writing it.
So Mercy's like, all right, Sterling, now that we've gone over, I want you to explain it back to me as if I'm somebody who doesn't know what Pigpen code is, to make sure I know that you understand it. That's definitely not just the dark god above you all asking what the fuck Pigpen code is.
Sure. So, you have 2 3x3 grids and 2 X's, and the alphabet goes in each place. One of the grids and X's has dots in each spot, and the placement indicates where to put the markings that represent each letter in the spaces.
That's exactly how that works. That's a great job, Sterling. And because that's just something in your backstory that feels like just a thing you would do with your friend, I'm not going to take stress for that. If you just be like, oh, this is a thing I did as a kid, I would have accepted that face value, so no stress.
Sweet. I would like to tie a note in probably a strip of cloth or something. I don't know. It just says, she's safe, and I send Silver to Mercy.
Woof woof. Silver wags his tail and runs off. Max, you're good at this. Roll prowl for Silver to deliver this note.
Oh, uh-oh. Using my prowl?
Yes, using your prowl. If for some reason Joseph's prowl was better, you can roll for Joseph. Just you had relevant points in the stats there.
Got a 5 and a 6.
Oh, with a 6. Yeah, no. He's back, and Sterling, you turn around, he's already back, wagging his tail, expecting a treat for a good job.
I give Silver a hot dog.
Arf, arf.
Immediate runs.
It's not an armor hot dog.
And there is, despite the fact this happened with the speed of a cartoonish jump cut, there is a return note in Pigpen saying that she will basically try and she's going to maintain the ruse that she's driving the car for Famous Nathan with the intention of intentionally throwing the race for you all discreetly.
This could have gone very differently. Excellent. Sterling did not say that aloud.
Yes, they did.
Woof woof. Victor Lord's like, I'm sure it would have went fine.
That was clearly my voice, which is very different from Sterling's.
Hey, Sterling, who's in the room with you?
Silver. I'm talking to Silver. How are you?
Oh, because that voice sounded very different than yours.
Oh, that was their internal voice, Doc. I could hear it through the wall.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure everyone's okay. Did you get a message over to Mercy?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that's one less car we need to worry about.
Jim, were you trying to suggest that Sterling was talking to their canonical friend Riley? You trying to get me killed in this race?
I was picking up the little grapes that were being placed on the ground and just trying to enjoy a delicious.
You should not eat grapes off the ground. They are mildly moist and will pick up the dirt.
Yes, it's very gritty when you bite into them. It's crunchy.
I put them in my pocket.
You may add 3 dirty grapes to your inventory. They have no mechanical benefit.
I mean, we've all been there as children. We've eaten questionable things that we found just laying around.
How many dirty grapes did I start with?
You start with 0 dirty grapes.
Okay, I'm adding these to my inventory.
I cannot wait for the 8 episodes from now payoff of I have these dirty grapes you gave me.
Sterling, why are you counting those dirty grapes?
These damn dirty grapes.
I ate all the grapes in my pocket and need more. You know I like to keep grapes in my pocket.
The grapes of wrath.
Before we get ready to head down to the track, I think we need to talk to Mayor McCheese and try to call a meeting of all the heads of the different families.
Okay, I don't remember if Mayor McCheese had a voice. I'm just going to basically do silly Ray Virus. Oh yeah, I can put up a meeting. It's very important. Let me get my people on it. Roll sway to try and convince all those people to show up, Winston.
Where did your Irish accent go?
I had an Irish accent?
No, I'm just wondering how far down the line of your lineage did you lose it?
McCheese is the name.
Oh, right. No, that's a Scottish prefix, I'm pretty sure.
Is it Mick or Mac?
Mick.
Mac cheese. No, that's a common misconception. No, Mick cheese. Part of my family did migrate to Ireland, but we're originally the Mac cheeses.
Ah, yes, the Mac cheeses. There's creamy, there's Kraft, there's,
Don't forget my sweet sister Velveeta.
Little Annie's.
Dear Velveeta. Flaming orange hair.
How did you do convincing these people to show up?
6, 4, and a 2.
Jump cut, and you guys are in the Amish town hall. You've had to sacrifice all of your technology to be in there, but you are in basically a church with a bunch of pews, and the heads of all of the Wastelander factions are there along with their race teams.
These people stink.
Hey there now, tourists. That's a common misconception. There's just manure because there's a barn behind the church here. That's just manure you smell. We are not smelly people.
You're called pews, so...
Oh, I see you were doing that thing that you tourists do called the joke. I got it.
There's a reason I summoned all of you here before this race, before we're set to compete against each other for some of the most prized artifacts in control of the Outlander factions. How many of you reviewed the contract that you signed with the Famous Foundation?
No hands go up.
Okay. Max and Sterling were able to procure a copy of that very contract yesterday evening during the party. And it turns out that if the Famous family is able to win the race, or actually beat you in any way, shape, or form, they're entitled to the living souls of all of the denizens of your territory.
That's not good.
Rubber.
Yes, the Denisons, the Denisons, the Denisons, the Dennyisons, the Dyllanses.
So what do you propose we do there, tourist? Eustace Courage, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
Well, Eustace, my name is Dr. Winston Thoreau. Greetings and salutations.
Oh, you're that little boy that the old man keeps talking about.
Well, what old man?
Points over to J.C. Penney, who's been canonically living with the Amish. He talks about you like you're his son or something.
We're not related by blood in any way, shape, or form. He's...
No, he didn't indicate that. He just seems very fond of you.
He's somewhat of a mentor, somewhat of a father figure, I guess you could say, depending on the day. I mean, we do have our spats, and we've had some moments of solace. I mean, I have cried on his shoulder at least 3 times that I can think of, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, look at him. He's a tall drink of water, and that mustache is imposing. You know, I'm not, but if I were, I would.
Maybe in another life, Max.
Ooh, do you feel the bass in that rumbly? Ooh.
Max, you're sweating. Do you need to sit down?
Oh, yes.
What I'm suggesting, Eustace, is that we don't compete against each other as much as we compete to stop Nathan, and I look at Sterling and I say, and Mercy from finishing ahead of any of the 5 of us. That we put the collective health and well-being of the Outlanders ahead of any prizes. And at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, and we finished, we can settle up then.
Alright, so there's this big mountain of a man in like a plaid flannel shirt. Has like a beanie on, has like a huge fucking wood chopping axe on his shoulder. My name's Scott Braun, leader of the Glampers.
Aren't you from up north?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm leader of the Glampers, don't you know? Anyway.
That doesn't sound like a Brooklyn accent.
Stop changing my accents, guys.
There's the Irish accent we heard.
Not that up north. Anyway, I think this contract also says whoever wins becomes the leaders of the Wastelander factions, don't you know? So, the problem is, don't we need to race to win just so we don't become beholden to whoever does? Like, we can't just let you win, for example.
Oh, you betcha.
I'm not suggesting you let us win. I'm suggesting we ensure they lose and ensure they go home with nothing, as opposed to the souls of the Amish or the souls of the Glampers or the souls of the people from Tightwad and the Hot Topic. Who knows what horrors could befall these people if we aren't able to come together and work for the best of all of us.
J.C. Penney looks very squeamish, like he knows exactly what horrors would befall these people.
But if power is more important to you than the health and well-being of the people in this church, do as you see fit.
Roll sway.
I think it's time to push myself on this one. Ooh. 6411. Thank God I pushed myself.
Okay, with a 6. They all, like, solemnly look at you. Okay, what we'll do is we will have a re-race without the famous family present to decide who the leaders are or something. We'll figure out a different means. And they'll put their hands in, like, okay, you got us. And they'll go do like a team, like that thing where like the team stand in a circle, put their hands on each other.
And they say slammers on 3.
All right, guys. We're going to count to 3 and then Wastelanders. You say 1, 2, and 3, and then after the 3, we all say Wastelanders, okay?
How much after the 3?
the same tempo if we said 1, 2, and 3. So but watch for the tempo. 1, 2, 3.
Wastelanders.
Wastelanders.
Slammers.
Waste slammers.
Waste slammers.
It's a thought that counts, I think. Anyway, you got us. We're in on your plan, fancy boy.
Ha!
Here I am, worried about the souls of you and your people, and you're calling me fancy boy? Seriously?
Are you not?
Your clothes are very fancy. I don't...
Well, look at you. You have knickers on.
These are racing jodhpurs, I'll have you know. Thank you very much. They're very fashionable this time of year. And I just walk off.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think his outfit looks great, says this guy with a very similar outfit, except he's wearing a pink top hat instead of a bowler or a trilby.
Don't worry about him. He wears underwear.
Winston stops next to the man who says, I think his outfit's great, and they stand and they have like the same pose with like their hands in their hips and like the knee out to the side, and they're just like both looking at you. It's like looking in a mirror.
Dear Lord, there's 2 of them.
Anyway, I'm the driver for the Amish. It's gonna be a pleasure to race against you. He holds out his hand for a handshake.
Greetings and salutations, and what is your name, good sir?
My name is Songbrock.
Well, Mr. Brock, I'm very pleased to meet you, Dr. Winston Thoreau. I like the cut of your jib.
What's a jib?
It's the dangly part in the back of your throat.
Oh,
No, that's... I'm talking about the piece on a boat where it goes in the water, and if it has to be cut a certain way in order for the boat to go... You know what? I just like the way you dress. You just look very nice. That's all I'm saying.
back at you, finger guns.
Did you just call him finger guns?
No. That was Paul, the podcaster, saying he makes finger guns.
Disembodied voice is called Paul.
Max, I need you to roll to resist consequences as you just heard the name of an eldritch horror.
Oh, God. What do I roll?
You're going to roll a d6, and you're going to take that much stress.
I take 4 stress.
Are you okay?
Are you still in the game?
I don't know. I don't ever look at my character sheet. I just wing it. I feel like I know everything and nothing at the same time. I've become like a virgin.
Quick, Sterling, give him a grape.
I brush a grape off on my dirty shirt and hand it to him.
All right, because you took the time to brush the grit off with something slightly less gritty, I would let him recover a d6 of stress. Just this one grape.
I've updated my character sheet. 2 dirty grapes.
Oh my lord. I have taken 1d6 for 6 less stress. I am beyond relaxed. I go unconscious.
Ironically, that's what would have happened if you overindulged, too. Okay, so you're fine. Do you guys have anything else you wish to do before the race? You have made an alliance of the Wastelanders, and Mercy is helping you try and make the famous family throw the race. You feel like you're in a good position right now.
I think if we do anything else, then the podcast might collapse under the weight of its own self-references, so I think maybe we should head towards the race.
Probably a good idea.
Doc, why is your office full of sausage?
Oh, greetings and salutations, Sterling. Sterling, I've discovered the secret to beating the famous family at their own game. De Bruno's Italian Market.
And they're a sausage company?
Oh, they're that and so much more. They have cured meats, cheeses, crackers, and anything else you might want to put together a posh charcuterie party. Not only am I distributing all of that here in Paradise, but our listeners can order all that from the affiliate link in our show notes.
That's great, Doc. These will make great gifts for our friends, family, and coworkers, too.
Darn tootin', Sterling. We flood the market with De Bruno's high-quality Italian meats, and then we bankrupt the famous family. With De Bruno's Italian meats, this truly is paradise.
Most folks don't realize it, but the world is ripe with monsters. And when you have a monster problem, you need someone who is smart.
I came over here, I saw that there was a crime scene. I figured, I'd park here on the
crime scene.
Brave.
It's just not our fight. We just honk the horn, everybody dissipates, and we just ride away.
And qualified.
If nobody is going to assist David with this, he is going to pull out his nunchucks.
Who gave him those nunchucks?
Van Helmen's family is none of those things, but they're the best we've got, so check them out on Monster Cafe, available now wherever you find your favorite podcasts. In that case, we're going to jump right to the race. The radio of your Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is tuned into a live broadcast of the race itself as the engines rev. It's a beautiful day for a race here at the Ocean State Job Lot. I'm Discount Bob, here to provide you live coverage of the famous 500, where the Wastelander factions of the Pacific Northwest were racing against Lantern Corporation, represented by the famous family. Today I'm joined by racing legend Sweet Baby Ray. Say hello, Sweet Baby Ray. Hello, Bob. It's a pleasure to be here. I thought you said there were 5 Wastelanders in the famous family. I count 7 vehicles. Sure enough, you look out your windows at the other racers, and there are 7 vehicles if you include yourselves. Representing the Amish, you have the gentleman dressed oddly specifically like Winston, driving a covered wagon pulled by a team of alpacas. Representing Urban Outfitters, you see a tricked out garbage truck covered in what appears to be sewer grates, manhole covers, and other pieces of urban scrap. Representing the Glampers, you see what appears to be a pair of twins and a small child. The twins are virtually identical, one appearing to be clean-shaven and stoner burnout, and the other one, a more muscular with a beard. They are driving an RV. It seems to also have a giant grilled cheese sandwich painted across the side. For some reason you do not understand. Representing the Survivalists, you see what appears to be a pickup truck with a Gatling gun mounted on the bed of the truck. Driven by Mercy for the famous family is what appears to be a city bus that has been heavily reinforced with armor and weapons, a painted Irish green with golden accents. In Nathan's proprietary font on the side of the bus reads, "Famously Fast and Furious." And then the last vehicle, which seems to have no known affiliation, is a monster truck with a dinosaur painted across the hood, driven by a masked woman in a nun habit.
We weren't done with our self-references.
This is the entire reason this race arc is happening, to be clear. This is always here.
Is anyone else incredibly unsettled by those twins? Like, I find them to be almost, like, too alike at this point.
I mean, one is very muscular, the other one is very thin. One has facial hair, the other doesn't. One is a human burnout, the other one's a werewolf.
It's the eyes. There's something about the eyes that are just, it's very disconcerting. Like, I'm not sure where to look. Is that their grandpa in the back of the RV?
You hear an old man going, "I told you we were supposed to put more weapons on this thing. Grandpa, we told you, you're supposed to be back at the compound. You're running your ankle monitor."
And they have a kid with them?
Yes, there is a kid with them. Sterling, this kid seems vaguely familiar, like 90% similar to someone you've met before, but you can't quite place it.
Don't be fooled, he's the most dangerous one.
Who gave that child nunchucks?
My brother did.
I feel like Max is probably right, but I'm not sure why.
Anyway, you look friend-shaped. He gives Sterling a hug.
Aw, I give him a hug and get a weird sense of deja vu.
Yeah. I'm David. Nice to meet you.
As time folds in on itself and we see the true horrors of the cosmos. Too many references, Paul. Too many!
Yo, dog, I heard you like references, so I took your reference and I put a reference in it.
There you go.
Silver looks at the camera and just goes, "It's a living."
Don't be ridiculous. Alright, anyway, with that out of the way, I just received word from the White Castle airship that they're allowing this, the masked racer, to enter the race because they're able to put up the entire 500 coin entry fee in cold hard cash. It's not clear who they are or why they're here, but I can see a bunch of their fans in the stands. And as you look at the stands, you see the famous family is constructed to allow the live audience of 10,000 plus people to watch this race in real time, a collection of flying bleachers powered with rocket thrusters and rotary blades that will follow you as you race and somehow match the speed of the lead cars. In the stands, there are roughly 10,000 people, all the Wastelander factions, as well as a large cheer section that can only be described as nuns and priests with giant foam fingers that resemble dinosaur claws.
We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
I love that jingle. So much better than Armor hot dogs.
taking a D4 psychic damage. For those in our audience, I'm going to go over the rules of the race. Bob then lists the following rules. The race will begin after a countdown from 3 to 0. When any Wastelander who crosses the starting line before the countdown formally reaches 0 will be immediately disqualified. Any Wastelanders who are found to have modified the course from its original design prior to the race, such as installing shortcuts or booby traps, will be immediately disqualified. Vehicles are expected to race on land. Any attempt to circumvent the course by air or water for more than a short period of time, such as jumping off a ramp or over a gap, will be penalized. The race will go through 4 distinct biome tracks: the temperate Green Hill Zone, the tropical Jungle Zone, the desert Sand Shower Zone, and a tundra Frozen Base Zone, before reaching the top secret final stretch to the fifth and final section, ominously labeled the Winged Fortress Zone. There will be a recharging/refueling station at the end of each biome where vehicles can do maintenance and resupply. Each vehicle is required to stop at least at these stations for a minimum of 15 minutes to make sure they are properly ready for the next section of the race before beginning the next biome.
Are we going to be stopping at the Casino Night Zone at all?
The Casino Night Zone is unfortunately out of the way. I did consider including that, but I chose not to. There is a Lantern Corps sanctioned blood sport. Any and all violence towards the other racers is encouraged and welcomed. And throughout the course are large, very fragile yellow crates with large white question marks on them. Each crate will give the racers who smash it open a one-time use power-up when they drive over it. You can only hold one power-up at a time, so use them liberally. And with that, the racers all start their engines, if they have them, and wait for the countdown. The Amish are just making vroom vroom noises because they don't have engines.
Ooh, they might have to check with their good book there. That might be out of their faith zone.
Nope, you're not even allowed to pretend if machines exist. That's how Amish they are. Okay.
Like, if I point that out to them, do they get like a negative D6 roll to start? A penalty?
I mean, they already agreed to collude with you. Do you want them to have a penalty?
I just want to win.
Anyway, a large flying light mechanism similar to a spotlight floats above the track and counts down with a series of flashing lights. 3 flashes, and then 2, and the famously Fast and Furious bolts across the starting line before 1 evenly flashes, blowing a cloud of thick white smoke behind that encompasses every single other racer. It smells very strongly of hot dog water as they smash open the first question mark crate.
Sterling, what happened to Mercy agreeing to help us out?
She is. Trust her.
Your radio actually crackles in. I didn't do that, y'all. This souped-up school bus has a mind of its own.
Sterling, did you just hear that? She's not in control of the bus, Sterling.
She will be.
This seems like a speed situation where you have, like, if she goes below a certain speed, then the thing's going to explode. And then later she'll strangely find herself on a boat at a certain point.
Alright, I'll go help fix it.
I hate to break up the conversation, but aren't we going to go?
Yeah, as you do. Yeah, so you all were powerless to drive until it hit 0, which it did while you were arguing. And because these question mark crates are literally 10 feet in front of the starting line, you cannot miss them. So I'm going to give you one for free. The future ones you'll have to maneuver to hit them. So, Max, roll me 1d6 to determine which power-up the Wienermobile gets.
Oh, dear Lord. 6.
You get a cartoonish caricature of a ghost that just floats over your car.
A goat?
Ghost. Like the things
ghost.
that Winston summons.
Ghost, goat, ghost, goat.
I thought you said goat. I was like, yay, we're the greatest of all time.
Bah. Anyway, it is unclear what the power-up will do until you try it, unless any of you want to roll a study roll to try and figure it out.
How far away is everyone?
Right now, you're kind of even with all of the Wastelanders. The famously Fast and Furious is way a fucking head.
And is there any way of knowing what the other racers have as far as a power-up?
There would be if I wanted to generate all the other power-ups. I would just tell you what the other power-ups are, but no, you cannot see what they are right now because I don't want to fucking figure that out. One car seems to have a red mushroom floating over it. One has a comically large banana peel. One has a trio of red shells that are floating around it in an orbit. One has a glowing golden star, and one has a comically large bullet casing with an angry face drawn on it.
Well, if it weren't for metagaming, I would say let's just do it right now and see what happens, but,
I mean, you still do have the option to roll study.
Can I attune to the ghost?
Sure, go ahead and roll to attune to the ghost.
Existential crisis.
6, 4, and 2.
Basically, what the thing is, as you can tell, is they just took, the famous family took siphon spirit energy from the energy network and just shoved it into basically a ghost-shaped medallion that you can use to recharge your car if you run out of juice.
Awesome. All right, then we have an extra power cell. All right, Max, oh, wait, I'm driving. Floor it.
Why do you talk to yourself? I'm up in the turret.
I have an idea.
Okay, what is your idea?
Just throwing this out there, Winston. Maybe I could get to Mercy's vehicle and destroy it from the inside, and then she could just come back to our vehicle just, to not die. Not because of any collusion with us, just normal human reasons.
They don't sound like normal human reasons when you put that on the end of your sentence.
I mean, old man, if you think about it, Sterling is like 5% dinosaur, so that seems like a reasonable qualification for any sentence they say at this point.
Well, what would be the dinosaur reason, Swift, for driving up behind the car and hopping on it?
I mean, dinosaurs like destroying shit. Haven't you seen those famous classic movies? I think they're called Jurassic RV or something.
I think it makes perfect sense that I would destroy a competing vehicle, but I mean, I don't want other racers to die.
Yeah. The rules also do say you can do all the violence you want to the other racers. It says right there in rule number 5. It's like the only rule that doesn't say the famous family can break the rules.
Let's go do a lot of violence to that car then, and I just gun it.
Alright, so you gun it. It's pretty far ahead. It's going to take you a bit to catch up. You drive for about a minute, maybe 2. Things are pretty uneventful. That is, until you start noticing the other racers acting funny. The alpacas pulling the Amish cart get spooked for no reason and dash off in a random direction. 2 of the vehicles slowly grind to a halt, and one abruptly smacks into a tree it could very easily have avoided.
The fuck?
I'm beginning to think that we may have had the wool pulled over our eyes before we even took off. That large cloud.
You say that large cloud, and you're feeling your eyes become very heavy as you're lulled into a trance and everything goes black. You come to, and what were you doing? Oh, right, you're back in ESPN headquarters, and there's no time to lose. Procter & Gamble are on your tail and have mobilized their secret police of vampire super soldiers to capture you. All of your allies have been captured or killed, and it's just the 3 of you with no meaningful plans or resources.
Just the 3 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 3 of us. You and I.
We gotta go.
Sterling, where do you want us to go at this point? Our backs are against the wall. There are enemies everywhere surrounding us. I don't know what to do.
We don't need to know the answer right now. One step at a time. We need to get out of here to a safe distance, regroup, rally, make some plans.
Just like the plans we've made before that brought us here. Great. How long are we gonna keep running for?
Not long if we don't hurry. Let's go.
One day at a time, sweet Truckosaurus Rex. That's all I'm...
Come on, Max. Grab your sippy cup.
Oh, alright.
You 2 go. Go without me.
Why?
I'm tired of running.
Well, yes, I mean, you are the fancy pants one with the scrawny little legs. Have you seen you in your jodhpurs?
Thank you.
Wait, why are you wearing jodhpurs?
They're comfortable. And my calves look amazing in them.
They do. Come on.
Oh, I thought those were your kneecaps backwards.
Let me do this for you. Take Max, get him somewhere safe where you can use his gift to help end this.
Oh, is it Ballinweedness?
You hear a bang on the door. The secret police. I guess we're not so secret now, but open the door and surrender or we're gonna fucking murder you.
Oh, that seems very straightforward.
Everybody, let's go. Out the window. Go, go, go.
Sterling, how many of them are there?
does matter. Let's go.
How many of them are there?
I can slow them down. Take Max, I will catch up. We will all get out of this together.
You know what goes well with ketchup? Hot dogs. In fact, I remember as a child there was an Oscar Mayer Wiener hot dog truck that was just so familiar?
Maybe Max can help us get out of this.
Yeah, all of us working together.
No, Sterling, I'm talking about this, and I take a vial of Max's medicine out. I have enough. We can use it to help us get through this situation.
That's to help us in the future if we need it, to protect Max from getting stabbed or shot or anything. Come on. I'm gonna brace the door and try to hold it as long as I can and try to convince Winston to go.
The door is violently shaking, but you are very strong and is holding up for now, but you get the impression, especially because the other entrances to the building are also being banged on. A rock comes through and smashes one of the windows, and a gas canister starts rolling across the floor. You get the impression they are coming in sooner rather than later.
I take the syringe and I stab Max in the neck.
Oh!
Never done that while he's just straight up alive before. Usually you at least kill him first.
Shut up, disembodied voice. This is a welcome change.
Max, you drop dead.
Oh.
And everyone's just like, oh, well, he gets back up. It's fine, right? A minute passes to... No, you stay dead.
I take a second dose out and I administer a second dose.
I tackle him.
There is no second dose. It is just the one dose DJ made with a different active ingredient. I suspect the active ingredient might not be quite correct for the dose, and that's why it didn't work. Roll skirmish, Sterling. Roll pose, Winston.
4.
That's a 1.
All right, Winston, describe just exactly how you get cold cocked here.
I pull the vial. Once with Max on the ground, I take the syringe and I raise it above my head, getting ready to just do anything I can to try to revive Max. And with my arms directly above my head, Sterling just uppercuts me like through the ceiling.
Yeah, you go crashing, you land in Sterling's bed in the loft upstairs. But yeah, you completely see doing that. Winston, you are stunned. This is a dream sequence, obviously, because the audience hasn't figured it out, so you don't mark harm or anything. Sterling, what is your next course of action here?
Sterling is in tears and thinking about grabbing Winston to beat him up some more, but goes to Max instead to see if anything can be done. This is uncharted territory.
Yeah, I'm not going to belabor this. Max is beyond resuscitation.
Just gonna grab the body and try to go out a window, I guess.
You do that. You burst out the window, and the police have rounded out. They're trying to smash their way through the doors, and the windows are uncovered. You make a clean getaway with Max's body. Winston, as you recover from being stunned, the vampire police are on top of you. What do you do?
I think back to my training with Penny, and I want to try to take as much energy in from the world around me, from the recently departed, from the electrical field of paradise, from the spirit field itself, and try to see if I can manifest some of that ultimate power that the only person I've seen display so far has been Penny.
All right, roll a 2, and you're gonna have a penalty dice.
It's a 6 and a 4.
With a 6, you do that, and it doesn't manifest the same way Penny did. Not the way you expected at all, actually. The vampires seem to just turn into wisps of smoke and vaporize, as if they are made of spirit energy themselves. You dispelled them. You're not quite sure what that means exactly, as the world just kind of turns black, and you find yourself in what appears to be an empty, lightless room, as if there's just like a little spotlight on you, and there's literally nothing else there but eternal darkness. You are alone, and you are confident that you've lost the only friend or ally you have left that was still alive.
Hello? Sterling, Max, Lizzie? Nathan? Anyone?
You look to the spirit bottle on your waist. Gone. No, Nathan.
I just fall to my knees and just start openly sobbing. Just ugly, like 14-year-old girl who just broke up with her first boyfriend. Tears of just almost comic sadness.
We pan away from you in this moment of deep and personal despair. Sterling, where do you think you would have gone with Max's body to try and lay low from the vampire police?
The office is near the train tracks, if I recall correctly. So I might just try to hide in the brush along the tracks and follow them out of town.
Okay, so you follow the brush out of town. You get to an old, on train infrastructure, there's usually like smaller way stations where people can get on. They're like not as good as the nice stations. Usually it's like a parking lot that holds 10 cars and like platform. You get to one of those basically. It has like a public restroom and that's it. Or what used to be a public restroom because obviously that infrastructure is not being maintained anymore. I think you gently lay Max down somewhere to so you can get your bearings without carrying him around since you have a moment to breathe, right?
Yeah, bit of rest.
Max, you come back to life, but not with a gasp like normal. You actually realize you don't have a pulse or have to breathe. And all of your other sensibilities have been replaced with a deep-seated hunger and bloodlust. And there's only one thing nearby you can feed on.
Oh. Sterling. Hey, Sterling.
Max? Holy shit. How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Oh, I feel weak. Can you put me down for a moment? Just... I can barely speak above a whisper right now.
Let's just rest over here for a bit.
Very good. Where are we?
I've been trying to get us out of paradise.
But specifically, what building is this?
It's just a way station. We haven't traveled too far.
Thoreau really did a number on my neck here. Could you take a look at it and see if it's still bleeding?
Of course. I lean in and check the injection wound.
Paul?
Yes.
What would I roll?
Describe what you're doing. I have a pretty good idea, but finish for the audience.
Well, because I have a new insatiable hunger, and Sterling's neck is right there.
I feel like Sterling's not expecting this, so roll Prowl to surprise attack Sterling. I'll give you a bonus die because Sterling obviously is not expecting it.
Ooh.
Not seeing it coming at all.
I got a 4, a 5, and a 3.
All right, with a 5, Sterling, you may attempt to roll Skirmish to resist. You're going to have a penalty die because you weren't expecting it.
Makes sense? Yeah, the dice know what's up. That's a 1.
Yeah, so I think what happens is Max chomps down on your jugular. And you're very strong, but in his new, clearly vampiric state, Max is supernaturally strong, even for how frail his body once was. And you try and push him away, but he latches on and just sanguinates you dry. And Sterling's body drops to the ground, a dead, shriveled, dried up husk.
Not enough. Not enough. I need more.
And rolling up to the train station, I think, are Misters Procter and Gamble. Is that glad you could finally join us, old friend. And they open a car door to drive you back to paradise. And young adults, Dr. Tightwater, are waiting to be fed to you in the car ride back to paradise.
Excellent.
And as your shared dream ends, you're all either dead or alone, having failed to protect your friends, loved ones, or even yourselves. You snap awake, remembering that you're in a race. Winston, roll a tune to swerve before you run headfirst into a massive redwood tree.
6.
You narrowly swerve out of the way as you realize, oh shit, I was asleep at the wheel, basically.
Sterling, what the hell are
What
you
are
doing?
you doing? You almost hit... are you okay? You awake?
You can't just... I'm awake now. What? I think the same... Oh, God.
Paul, can I try to bite onto Sterling again?
I mean, you're up in the nest by yourself, as memory serves. You put yourself on top of the hot dog car in the sniper nest.
He just drops from the ceiling.
Roll prowl to jump Sterling from the roof, basically.
Hangs from the ladder by upside down like a bat and just...
I got a 6 and a 5.
Yeah, with a 6, you are just clinging onto Sterling from the back like the backpack half of Banjo-Kazooie, futilely trying to bite with your not vampire teeth onto their neck.
Yum, 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 yum.
Max, what are you doing?
What do you mean? I'm trying to drain your essence. I will be young and beautiful and full of power again. Power! Unlimited power!
We've been poisoned.
I try to pry him off?
I'm pretty sure that does not require much effort. He's a frail old man, and you are the strongest member of the group. If you want to roll for it, you can.
You just hold me out with one arm. Could I have my tooth back? It was the loose one. I keep them.
I pull some teeth out of my neck and hand them to Max.
Oh dear Lord, more than one.
Do I take harm for that?
I don't think they're even in your neck. I think they just fell to the ground of the car because they were already canonically loose, and they didn't have the piercing power to stay stuck in your neck. We're just doing a bit, it's fine.
You laugh now, but I can whistle like never before.
You see all the other wasteland racers also recovering from the effects of the psychedelic hot dog vapor. Our two disoriented focus on bickering amongst themselves, and fortunately you did tell them to agree, so they're confused, but everyone's focused on finishing the first leg of the race.
How far ahead is Mercy in the famously Fast and Furious?
You can't see anything. Do you want to radio Mercy and ask?
I toss Sterling the radio and say, call your friend, find out where she is.
Shh! Mercy? Over.
Hey, Sterling, yeah, I've been trying, the brakes aren't responding, the car's literally driving itself. I'm not sure why they even still want me on here. This thing apparently is self-sufficient. We are just pulling into the way station for the end of the first zone now.
Shh! So the cruise control got you through that poison bullshit? Alright, we're gonna catch up real soon. Over.
Oh yeah, well, to be fair, she wasn't poisoned because she's the car that the gas blew out of the back of, so...
Oh, I interpreted that as an environmental thing. Yes, I see.
No, it was basically shooting out of the exhaust pipes of the bus.
Mercy! Mercy!
Yes, old man?
Hey, you said your vehicle is self-sufficient. Does its headlights look like eyeballs, and does it have a weird mouth in front and make a comically motor vehicle voice when it speaks to you?
No, but the radio keeps changing stations and assembling random words. You remember that classic movie, The Transformers, where the one car has a speech impediment?
No.
Oh yeah, I think his name was Honeybee or some shit. Anyway, it keeps saying it keeps playing random words, something about wanting revenge.
I mean, that's what we all want.
And then you hear jump through riding on the rails of a crazy train. Yeah, like that.
Sterling, do you think Grace could be the car?
I didn't until you said that, but that's a very stubborn car.
Are you saying that this plotline is now the plot of The Amazing Race?
No, Max, I'm saying this is now The Amazing Grace.
That's what I said.
No, you said amazing. You said amazing. You said amazing race. I said amazing grace.
Yeah, actually, now you guys do have to stop your car and complete a challenge where you learn about local culture.
Oh.
And it may or may not be a weird food challenge. Involves eating some food that even the locals don't eat that are part of their culture.
I roll 3 ones.
Max has started eating bugs, and everyone's looking at him funny like, the bugs were not the thing you were supposed to be eating.
Shut up, I need my protein.
He brought those with him.
Max, you may add 3 dead bugs to your inventory.
Ooh, an atlas moth,
No, they are all specifically cockroaches.
Oh.
I'm not giving you the free reign to just have some rare poisonous bug or some shit.
There wasn't going to be any poisonous bugs. Just a bug that I might be able to fly on.
One of you, why don't we do Sterling, because this is really Sterling's arc. Roll 2d6, determine your position. Give me the better of the 2 results going into the end of the Green Hill Zone. You will be a full 15 minutes behind the famously Fast and Furious.
That's terrible.
6.
With a 6, you are the lead car ahead of the other Wastelanders, and also the weird monster truck with the T-Rex on the hood. Who, by the way, the weird monster truck, you actually passed them because you rolled a 6. They were unaffected by the hot dog vapor.
The masked Nunjalante. The Lone Sister!
Yeah, so that's where you pull in. You pull into the way station, you're allowed to refuel, whatever. You didn't really do anything, so Grace and Mercy have left because you are a full 15 minutes behind. You actually see them disembarking as you arrive.
Sterling, I have a plan. I hand Sterling the vacuum that I crafted at the beginning of this episode and say, all right, we need to figure out a way to get you on that bus. And rather than destroy it, we take Grace's soul for ourselves.
And that is going to be where we pause our tale for now.
Blades in Paradise is Paul Kinter as Master of Ceremonies, Justin Langston as Maximilian Graves, Emil Riley as Sterling Ackred, and myself, Jim Remus, as Dr. Winston Thoreau. Domi is our editor, and Allison is our producer. You can directly support this show at patreon.com/bardrockcafe. Starting at just $3 a month. We've just updated our Patreon rewards, so now is a perfect time to subscribe. Subscribers can join us on Discord, can come play games with us, and receive access to ad-free episodes and an ever-growing library of bonus content. You can support the podcast for free by sharing us on social media, by word of mouth, or by rating and subscribing on your favorite podcatcher. Lastly, you support us just by listening. Thank you for listening, dear friend.